pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Indianapolis Colts.
Okay. Oh yeah, how do you take that off? Hold on.
It's the first weekend of autumn and the NFL is in full swing. Off we go on EA Sports.
No, it's my first time. Oh yeah, it's the second time playing in the rain in the league.
End zone for a touchback.
Well, you would go to your things and
Advanced.
mute it.
Oh, I thought I could mute it. Okay, I thought I muted it. Let me see.
On 1st and 10, Locke. The pass complete to Ryan Grant. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him,
Yep, the Panthers, your team, ain't it?
No, Colts.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack.
We are in the wild card.
That's good for an Indianapolis.
You coming for that ass though. You know, y'all.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take down.
We play the Pacers next week.
Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So if y'all knock the Patriots off, y'all next game will be a team y'all really want to play. A team that's going to kick your butt so bad.
On 1st down, Love.
I didn't need to do that.
Picked up by the linebacker Jordan Hicks. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly.
Yeah, I was a bad throw by Andrew Luck.
What he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start?
No, I'm Chiefs.
I'm
the Chiefs over there.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
This league is
have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Off the Viking league. This guy, he runs the league called Ryan. His name's Ryan.
Fire through the flag usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Wentz to throw. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole, because you have to find a way to make those interceptions.
Yeah, we just started.
And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change.
Oh, yeah, we just started. I'm on 1-1. And this guy over here, 0-2.
The quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at about the 32. Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
You took your hand off the accelerator button.
Yeah, I took my hand. Yeah, I took my hand off that. I try to. I'm doing better at it, man.
I'm trying to make you my stop people.
Here's Matt.
Huh?
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now, look, that wasn't a huge
Hey,
game, but those are the types of carries I think they were
win
missing in their
consistently to
loss
do
last
that.
week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings that they kind of regretted that he didn't
Yeah,
touch
okay.
Absolutely.
You know, he should have touched it more last week.
You gotta make it to the Super Bowl, man, in one of your leagues, man. When the last time you do that?
On first down, it's Love. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
Oh, come on,
they
dog.
took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
That's the way he looked at it.
Now Mack.
Yeah.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On 3rd down, that's Matt. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
What's the name of that league?
He called it AWL. That's the initial for the league.
They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards on the play.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people.
How you been doing, man? You been doing all right?
Get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
I just started wearing glasses.
Yeah.
They'll run with Mack. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
So you blind like me then?
That time by Brandon Graham.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Dude over there and got hit by a truck. Well, him and the other guy got hit by a semi-truck.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
They got him, man. You know, he cracked his shoulder. The other guy banged his elbow and broke his nose. And he
on 2nd down, here's Locke. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. How old is he?
On the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Oh,
Steve
man.
used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
had to tell my nephew it doesn't matter about that. That's the last thing you worry about.
Yeah.
No, he was off.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now.
How long you expect to be out?
Keep coming after him, put the pressure on him.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Fletcher Cox busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Wow. Ain't nobody else. He should have took off running. will do it. Everybody will. Bad.
Looking the Colts, looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Locke.
What the hell?
Incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the
You're
way
wide
down
open.
here.
You
The
see
field
that?
shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So with 4th
Man, I found me a nice little shorty out in Charlotte, man. But we had a good weekend, man. I've been hanging out with her. And you know, Charlotte, and where I live at in Virginia, it's like a 5-hour trip.
So they get 3, certainly
5-hour road trip, man. So I've been seeing her like 3. I saw her 3 times in the last 2 months.
Here's the other part. 13 plays.
That's where I've been at most of the weekends, man. Been hanging out with her and
Maybe that's
shit.
the way they should look at it.
And you said that's a 5-hour drive?
Yeah.
You like your long distance relationship?
And after the made field goal, here's
I can't stand it, tell you the truth. I can't stand it, dog.
This is taken near the 13. Ooh, the juke. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy.
That's what she's talking about. Just like, man, I can move up there with you. I love Charlotte, man. Charlotte, North Carolina is nice, man. I moved there. I lived there for like 2 years.
Throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Winston, the Eagles now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah,
No gain on the play.
I've been, this will be my 10th year, man, on the job, man. I've been 10 years on the job, man. I've been consistently on, you know, I hate changing jobs, man, you know. I just.
Yeah, well, look right here, my 23rd year.
Nice, man.
I got 8 more to go and I can retire.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really
recently,
didn't show
I
up in the
do.
loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
And they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. T.Y. Hilton deep for the Colts. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Oh, okay.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Golden. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Now a carry from Mack. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Luck on first down. Now a hit and Luck.
Oh my God.
The Eagles have recovered.
Oh my God.
He also had a fumble loss last week.
Fumble that
He
shit.
certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember traffic.
Y'all were looking at T.Y., man. He was wide open, but as soon as I saw him open, the blitz came through.
I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. Ertz has it left side. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Sproles. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Let's go. Now Wentz on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. That's to his running back, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
I should have went mad on that one.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
I had to check what my foot is for, bro. I got to get real set back there, get my foot for.
What happened?
Now is Wentz. A dump off to Sproles. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve.
You can't bury yourself, man. Like, you buy stuff, and then you bury yourself up into something you don't want. Like, damn, how I get that far at that?
Can really generate big plays for an offense.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And it's caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the
Yeah,
pocket, firing over the middle, he can really
I saw
see
that.
everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker. I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
They'll try to run it now with Sproles. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Where you find these leagues at?
From WWE Viking League. That league that you're in the playoffs with. Somebody asked me.
Here on 3rd and goal. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Sproles.
Yeah, put me league. Yeah,
put me so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal.
Now this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it?
One lock, y'all line, dog. I know I can beat him, man. I know I can beat him. I just
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Oh, he faked it, dog.
It is incomplete. They pass up the 3.
He faked it, dog.
It doesn't work.
Well, the element of surprise was there. All right, there's no doubt about it. For us, maybe. But not for the guys on defense. An incomplete pass on the fake field goal attempt.
I guess, though, if you're trying to pick up the first of that spot, why not let your QB throw the ball?
Yeah, I'm going to do a screen here.
Kicker, yeah.
I don't know about that.
Now a 1st down throw. Lock. Caught left side by Hilton. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt.
T.Y. Hilton, nobody to beat. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, 89 yards. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. So let's see, that was 3rd and 2. They hit the short pass, having the 1st down. He said, well, let's get a little more than the 1st down, all the way into the end zone.
And I know this is the NFL, and 3rd and 2 isn't necessarily a rundown. I think most of the time you play it as a passing down. But you can disguise it a little bit, right? You can show heavy run formation, make it look that way, and still throw the football effectively, as we just saw there. And he's still running, isn't he?
He stopped now, and he got 6 points for it. 1:57 to go in this 1st half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
Yeah, I think I got it, man. Man, I can't get off. How you get off this mic, man?
You supposed to go on your settings back in there and turn it off. Huh? Let me see. You supposed to do something. You can do it now. You see it where it say mute?
Where you see that at?
I can't see it. If I was on there, I could see it and it show you. It should be on yours.
Let me
get on.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Okay, I don't know.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Now a hit.
Oh, what the?
Football. It's out. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
A fumble, man.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. A run by Mack to start the drive. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. And a tackle there by Chris Long.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. A shotgun snap for Love.
Oh my God, he was wide open.
He was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game
Two
for the
man.
defense is
Stay
pressure
inside,
on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. Jamal Sheard on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now this time, Wentz will throw. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. He's got a man, complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
It doesn't matter who got that much time. We can't do another kick with it. 3 years old, he can't do nothing.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
I don't think I do. I think he gets the ball back.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. A final shot before half for Wentz. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of his first half.
That coach looking good, man.
So
y'all got the Division 1, man, but we trying to get this wild card in, man.
As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Y'all looking good, man. Y'all look good, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded at the 6.
You beat y'all.
And it's a pretty good return here.
We shut up the Cowboys. That was a good-ass game.
They are in the second quarter down in Miami. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move couldn't free him. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally,
I ain't gonna do you like that. I would never do that. Why would I do that?
run it back inside later.
That's caught by
I should have kept.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
Can't have enough good pass-catching tight ends in the NFL. And the Eagles, they wanted to replenish their stock. They lost Trey Burton in the offseason, so they selected Dallas Goedert out of South Dakota State in the 2nd round, and he is nothing but a big-time pass catcher.
What a great story, because South Dakota State didn't offer him a scholarship out of high school. He walked on there.
Yeah, so now Zach Ertz has a running mate at tight end.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Drops it off to Ajayi. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
I don't
know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Throwing is Wentz. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. On play action, it's Wentz.
Oh, nice.
Got a man open.
Nice.
Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Shifts by him. And nice work on the return as they start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Staying on the ground with Mack. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Mack trying to become the lead dog in this Colts run game. He's back there again on 1st and 10.
Take your time. Let your time run. Don't let him get back in the game.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a handoff looking right. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Man, how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Love. Ebron with it over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Good for a Colt 1st down. The former Lion Ebron there bringing it in from Andrew Luck. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Third and 2, Lock.
Oh my God.
Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, Brandon.
Yeah, I should have ran it.
Guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
He's throwing it.
A gain of 38.
Throwing it.
And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's.
There you go.
He's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Got his man complete over the
come on with the fumble, dog.
Yeah, the ball is knocked out, but I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were, and so possession will remain with Indy. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball.
Yeah, but I'm going to run out
the
clock.
They were able to retain possession.
That's actually moving your knee around.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th.
Let it roll, let it roll.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Oh my God, dog.
A big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I hate dog. What in the world?
With a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball,
man. I'm right in there.
Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
What you said the name of that league is?
AWL.
Now Wentz on the bootleg. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And he's unable to grab it.
Hold on.
Thought he
Yeah.
might have had position.
I think
Couldn't
it's-
hold on. Third down.
All right. I'll show you when I get off,
there,
man.
but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though.
82, 82.
On play action, Wentz. Nowhere to go.
Fumble.
He lost the
Finally.
football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Right, 675.
Oh, how you get down there so fast?
And fumble.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
I have an eye formation. I'm gonna do that.
He blitzing anyway. You see what he is.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to get it running right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. It's 7 minute, 7-minute game, dog.
Past the 30. Philadelphia getting set to take the
7-minute game. I don't know if you want to do all that, but yeah, I had to adjust to that shit.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
No.
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word and I just kept using it.
Oh man, Scorpio looking crazy.
At the 31-yard line. From the gun, it's Wentz. Under pressure, they got him again.
And that's the way to distinguish yourself, Tyquan Lewis, because at Ohio State, it was tough to do. Plenty of guys just like him who could get after the quarterback. But 2016, he was the Big Ten Defensive Lineman of the Year. He knows how to get upfield and create a little bit of havoc.
And he's going to go down again. Margus Hunt in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
Well, he could go for it again.
Yeah.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Wentz got to have this one. Hit as as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Now they try the right side here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Mack on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. And they'll go on the ground. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
Oh, you tell me I missed a damn field goal.
No good. He missed it. And
really?
The score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness,
Terrible.
that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you not got too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Shotgun now for Wentz. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that.
Man, on this thing, people.
Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. There's the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Ertz has it left side. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. A dump off to Sproles. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
82, 82.
Now Wentz again. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Be right.
Right back to him on first down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackled that time by Sidney Jones.
They were stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a toss play. This is Mack finding some room at midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The first carry for the rookie, it's Jordan Wilkins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. And on the ground they go with a running back. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Philly.